The Sports Business Conference Series, presented by the Yogi Berra Museum and Learning Center and Lunar Sports Group, provided nearly 50 high school and college students the opportunity to gain insight into the field from a respected group of professionals.
So basically we have a panel of guest speakers, sports business executives who've come out today to educate students to the wide variety of jobs that exist in the business of sports and talk specifically about their careers, give some advice on ways to get into the industry.
I've seen so many interns. I mean, I've seen people that have come in and have been interns, and the first thing they do, they come to me and they say, "Rich, I want to be an accountant," or "Rich, I want to be in sales," or "Rich, I want to..." And I look them in the eye and I say, "Listen, get into every department and meet as many people as you can physically meet. Because you'll go in and say you want to be in sales, and then you'll find out, wait a second, I like game operations." Three of the key things were, one, having the people in the audience realize that they can't be pigeonholed in one area of the country. They must be very flexible in their pursuit of the sports business, be able to move about the country as well as actually the world. The other one is, don't pigeonhole yourself on the internships. Make sure that you have an opportunity when you go into these internships that you look at different aspects of the business. And the third thing is, just remember that the pay early on is not going to be exactly on the high end.
The conference also featured two prominent Yankees, Hall of Fame catcher Yogi Berra and the team's general manager, Brian Cashman.
You just have no idea who's watching you do what you do when you're doing it. You know, the bottom line is that when I was working for the Yankees, I wasn't trying to climb a ladder and get over people.
The line that Cashman said is, "You never know who's listening." And it's really true. I mean, Brian Cashman could be watching what you're doing. You never know where your work can go.
What I did try to do was the best I possibly could, so whether it was Bobby Hoffman or whether it was George Steinbrenner or Gene Michael or Bob Watson or whomever I was working for, that I didn't get them in trouble with George.
I'm living proof that if I can do this, they can do this. You know, there's nothing that differentiates me from what the abilities that they have, and they probably have more than I have.
He had some really interesting insight on, like, being honest, being yourself.
Do things that, you know, you're not used to, you know, take chances, and hopefully something good comes out of it.
You got to get along with the people you work with. If you're someone that people don't like, you better be George Steinbrenner. You know, if you don't get along with others, you better be George Steinbrenner, which is, I mean, you better be the owner. Because then it doesn't matter. But if you're not the owner, you better play well with others.
I can't put a percentage on it, but you know, hard work and likability is extremely vital for you to, you know, grow roots anywhere.
While the students learned a great deal about the business of sports, there was no doubt when it came to determining the highlight of the event. It was the appearance by 13-time world champion and Yankee legend Yogi Berra.
I think these kids knew they were in for something special when the living legend Yogi Berra walks in the same room with them.
It was surreal. Yogi's awesome, so for him to walk in, it was just a surreal moment.
Everyone knows about him because he's a Hall of Famer. When you see a guy like that, it doesn't happen all the time.
That was a really cool surprise. He said a surprise. I thought maybe they'd have another, like, famous general manager come in, but seeing Yogi here was out of this world. What I learned was that everyone you meet, get their name, get their contact info, because they may be influential in your future.
Put your name in the mix, introduce yourself to people, and, you know, take advantage of opportunities like this when you meet executives, to pick their brain, ask them questions.
If there isn't an opportunity, create one.
Just because you have a plan doesn't mean that's set in stone, and things are going to change.
Never close your mind to anything. Like, always try to, like, improve yourself. Always try to, like, make yourself more marketable to people. Just keep making yourself better.
As a high school student, you don't really know what you have to do and where you have to go to get these kinds of jobs that everyone really wants. So coming in and hearing people talk about it, it really brings it all together. It just has a nice picture of what you can be one day.